I also would like to know how the burn player wronged the person who built this deck. Because the person who built this deck was obviously wronged by burn at some point in their lifetime. Because there's 4 Dragon's Claws on our sideboard here. Maybe we should put in Damping Spheres. Maybe. Now I like the commitment in this deck to just like never beat a whole bunch of decks in Modern. Alright, access to the Discord. Details on how to get into the Discord are here. Gotta link your stuff up. I would like the record to reflect that I only accepted this deck because this card for card won an SCG Classic. And part of the reason I want to play this is to allow us to get dumpstered by lots of things that will dumpster this archetype. And maybe we're going to find a bunch of fair mid-range decks and do okay. But generally speaking, if this archetype hadn't won a Classic, I probably would have rejected this as a standard donation deck. I don't think decks like this are particularly good in Modern. I don't think Blood Moon is well positioned. I think a lot of decks can play around or through Blood Moon at the moment. I think this deck is pretty dead to rights to any kind of spell-based combo like Storm or Ad Nauseum, etc., etc. You left-click on a single card, then you press Control-A. I think it probably won the Classic between a mix of the person playing it playing well and getting pretty reasonable matchups throughout the course of the tournament. Or maybe when they hit bad matchups, their opponents mulliganed a lot or some such thing like that. Variance goes both ways in Magic. Like, I feel like players often are willing to recognize that bad luck can make a good player do poorly, but they fail to recognize that good luck can make mediocre decks do well, right? Like, people would often ask me about the Kiki Core deck that I played a bunch of forever on the Open Series. They'd be like, well, isn't that deck good? You've top-8'd a bunch of tournaments with it. And I was like, well, no, that deck was never really good. I just liked playing it, and I played it a bunch, and I played it well. It's me, your dad. Thank you for the 6-month resub there. Thanks for the half a year and welcome back. I feel like these are the hands I'm signing up to keep with this deck. Right? Like, I guess we have 12 pieces of cheap interaction, so maybe I'm supposed to mulligan hands in the dark that don't have one. Good. I guess this could be blue-white control, right? Blue-white control has been playing some number of Temple of Enlightenment. The most common Temple of Enlightenment deck is still tapped lands with the sub as the Temple of Enlightenment comes into play. Love it. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. No, there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff. Thanks for supporting me here. Chic! Thank you for the 8 months and welcome back. I do appreciate that. Sleight of hand. Let the dumpstering begin. Let the dumpstering begin. You could always tell your Ad Nauseum matchup is a dumpster fire when you're gonna have to leave cards like Skred in your deck post board. This person played against Burn 5 out of 8 rounds. That's awesome. That is absurdly great. That makes me so incredibly happy to hear. I mean, the person that built this deck really didn't want to lose to Burn. And if they played against Burn 5 of the 8 matches, that's great. They got paid off. Look at this. I get to rummage through my deck. Are there any fun Xerox decks in Modern? The closest thing to a Xerox deck that I think is competitive hider, you should look at the Jeskai Thing Ascension deck that's on my website. I think it's in the high potential section. I just like close my eyes and like discard one of these 5 at random. Hot take, Damping Sphere for the burn matchup. How can the fire deck ever beat something wet? What's a Xerox deck? I think we have a command for this. Yay, commands. Is our opponent gonna brick and die? I love when my opponents brick and die. It's my actual favorite. How good / bad? Oh, I could have put the Glorybringer into play. Yeah. Then I couldn't have drawn a card. Chat, I feel like you're underestimating how good drawing a card is. I like that you call the bad decks fan favorite. Well, they're not generically bad. They're just bad some of the time. They're not always bad. They're only bad sometimes. Yay, dragons! Yay, dragons! Mamos, thank you for re-upping for the 2nd month in a row. Hey, appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't plan to concede any of the impossible matchups with this deck, for the record, like I usually do on stream, because I think most of this deck's matchups are impossible. I think if I conceded all the bad matchups, we wouldn't be playing much Magic. Yeah, post board, we can attack their mana a little bit. We're going to board in Molten Rains and Shattering Sprees. And maybe this Ratchet Bomb even. Yeah, sometimes Blood Moon can steal games against Nauseum. Occasionally that is the thing that can happen. I built this deck. It only cost me $25. I don't play it. Board in the Dragon's Claws. Nope. The amount of health you have to gain for it to matter in this matchup is too high. I might be boarding in Batterskull. I might be boarding in Batterskull. So and this is, again, just like, look at this. Do I want... Am I boarding in Dragon's Claw? It might be the least bad card in my sideboard here. Nexus Vix, thank you for the 5-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping. Skred, no. So, when they kill you with Laboratory Maniac, their entire deck is in their hand, which involves a variety of Pact of Negations. Again, I think this league is good, and part of the reason I accepted this is because I was hoping this league would be a good example. We'll probably create a command for this league and link it when people reference a deck being good because it did well in a tournament. Yeah, sign me up. Let's do it. This deck won an SCG Classic. Yeah, for those just joining us, the only reason I accepted this as a deck I would play is because this card for card won an SCG Classic. Which is, for reference, SCG Classics are not small tournaments. They're usually like 80 to 100 player tournaments or more. 8-Rack is on my list of no-fly decks, Savathor, because in my experience playing it just doesn't generate particularly interesting games of Magic. I think it's got a pretty low power level overall, and what it's doing just, like, isn't particularly powerful. Thanks, Enya. Man, look at our curve. How do they ever beat Lightning Bolt, Ratchet Bomb, Blood Moon, Thunderbreak Regent, Batterskull? Flex! Oh, get him. Get him. Can't lose. Oh, they just suspended double Lotus Bloom. And NBD just double bloom. Sure. No, Chad, I have to believe that I'm gonna draw lands. If I don't believe that we're gonna draw lands, all my spirits die. Oh, no. Oh, no! Am I supposed to Shattering Spree this Pentad Prism? I feel like maybe I was supposed to Shattering Spree both of these to send a message. Nothing even matters anymore. You think I should have left the Ratchet Bomb? I mean, like, I've read this book before. I assume we're dead. I assume we're dead. I'm not dead yet. Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. That's all I needed was a chance, chat. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What? Oh no! They have to risk it for the biscuit, chat. They have to risk it for the biscuit. They did not scroll past any Simian spirit guides there, so we're dead. Maybe holding the Ratchet Bomb on 0 was right. Because if they didn't have Angel's Grace there, we could have gotten them potentially. So maybe we're supposed to hold the Ratchet Bomb on 0 for the blooms, and then Shattering Spree the Pentad Prism. I mean, this is like definitely a hand we're supposed to be excited to keep, right? No, Tron's great. Tron wins bunches of match magic. Great weave. Alright. It happened a little bit sooner than it does, but we appear to have found our way into the Ravenscrine bracket. The kids were just asking about 8-Rack. Who just asked about 8-Rack? Welcome. Isn't it funny after I talk about 8-Rack not being exciting, we find someone who's 1 and 3 playing it? No, don't take away my last 2 cards, opponent. I need this. No, stop it. Mercy. Oh, am I gonna put a dragon into play? Yeah, there'll be dragons. It was a dark and stormy night. Look at him. He's bringing the lightning, chat. He's got the lightning coming out of his mouth. We're really getting into it. Bless you, little dragon. Bless you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we losing? I think we're losing the race. I think we're losing the race, chat. Oh no! Oh no! God bless. God bless. This is just like another matchup where like our sideboard doesn't have any cards in it. Like, am I leaving him Blood Moon against the mono black deck? Like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Dragon's Claw heals us. It definitely does. Alright, 4x Dragon's Claws. Get it, it's good against Wretch Mind. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Get that Wretch Mind technology in my deck. Get it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, I chose to play. Punted. Alright, I can't mulligan lower than 6. I need to just, like, have cards in my hand. You should choose to draw against 8 rack for reference. Choosing to play was a reflex, and it was a mistake. Alright, good chat. Say it with me, chat. Land, speed, league, record! Alright. Slow should just main deck the Dragon's Claws at this point, right? I don't even think I'm gonna stick a shill moment in this stream. I feel like if I stop and take 45 seconds to shill, it's gonna be longer than the rest of the league. This deck is what I needed on my Labor Day. Basically, what I do on stream here could basically be considered a community service. I play these decks and set tickets on fire for you, so you don't have to be encouraged to play them at home. The logic behind choosing to draw is their deck is based on discarding all of your cards, so you want the extra card. And again, this deck list won a 7+ round tournament. 8 round tournament? I think it was an 8 round tournament. We've played 8 rack on stream more than once. You can find that on the YouTube channel. The reason why I'm not a fan of 8 rack is because 1, I think 8 rack is overall a kind of weak archetype in comparison to the other things that see play in Modern. And 2, even when 8 rack has draws that allow it to be competitive, what it's doing isn't particularly interesting or exciting, which makes for bad TV, basically. So, like, it's either getting dumpstered, or when it's not getting dumpstered, it's still not very exciting or engaging, too. What happens if I get to 1500 for SCGCon? I go to SCGCon and play in the Invitational. The Invitational is standard and modern. Mill does make for good TV, you're not wrong. And again, I think these are just the hands we're signing up to keep with this deck. If I go to SCGCon, what will I play? I don't know. Blue-Red Temple will probably be my starting pick, but part of that funding goal there is to... Is this the same 8-whack player? No, different player. Part of that funding goal is so I can justifiably block out portions of the stream the weeks leading into SCGCon to stream different decks I would be looking to try. If I attend SCGCon, I will not be doing stretch goals for people to pick the deck I play. If I'm gonna take 4 days off and like go to a tournament, I would like to give myself the chance to do well at that tournament. Especially one that I'm flying to. Like, flying to a tournament that's going to take 4 or 5 days out of my life is very different than, like, driving to Milwaukee for a weekend. Like, Milwaukee was a driving trip for me. Every time a lightning bolt kills a Tarmogoyf, an angel gets its wings. Owling Mine's a good time. Deck's a lot of fun. Assaulti, Eternal Command, too cute. Probably. Assaulti decks in general, every time I play them, I finish up a league thinking, man, these blue cards were really bad and I'm not sure why I played them. Like, I really feel like green and black, and colorless especially with the introduction of Damping Sphere, just have gained so many tools recently that adding blue to green and black doesn't make a meaningful addition in Modern currently. WSS Gambit, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. We had one card in our hand that they didn't know there. And, like, we could have drawn, like, a Lightning Bolt or another Skred. So, like, spot checking that to try and make their Scavenging Ooze live doesn't seem terrible there. This match looks like a bad cube deck. Yep. Hey, can you play snow-covered lands in cube? I don't think you can, right? There's an option. Get my Scrying Sheets on here. Feel the value, chat. I will not reveal. Alright, I think we're just killing the Scavenging Ooze here. And we'll activate Scrying Sheets next turn and then play Stormbreath the following turn. Someone in chat, and I don't know, this is not validated, this is secondhand. Somebody in chat said that the person that won the tournament with this deck played against Burn in 5 out of the 8 rounds during the Swiss. And there are 4 Dragon Claws in the sideboard of this deck. So if they played Burn 5 times, I would believe that they top-8'd. Yeah, there be dragons. Some speedy boys. Do you have... If they don't have a Terminator or a Liliana here, we might just race them with Stormbreath and the Glorybringer here. I think mid-range matchups like this are supposed to be decent for this deck. I think. Like... Of all the matches we've played so far, I have to guess this is the least bad, right? So we're going to take 8 here down to 10. We'll put them to 3, so Bolt is lethal here. So I'm actually going to play the Thunderbreak on defense here, because it allows me to chump block and not die to a bolt out of them, while still having lethal next turn on the back of Glorybringer with haste. If Skred could go face, there would be a Skred deck that would be tier 1 in Modern. I think that would easily be the case. Yeah, some people have played Boros Reckoner in this archetype. The only problem with that is then you have to put Boros Reckoner in your deck. Feel the fire! Taste the lightning! How you doing? You dead? I think you're dead. Yeah. Get him. Alright, so Jund. I think I want Ratchet Bomb and Batterskull. And I'm gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. I don't think I want Molten Rain. I think Blood Moon's just better. I don't think Molten Rain's better than any of the cards currently in my deck. What are my top 3 decks for SGCon? That's so far away. And there could, like, realistically be a card in Return to Shadows over Ravnica in the fall that, like, impacts Modern in some way. Is it reasonable to not sideboard Batterskull against K-Command decks? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like if Batterskull's not coming in against Jund, it probably shouldn't be in my deck. Return to the Scars, the Shadows, the Battle over Ravnica. Yeah, okay. That was it. Sorry, I'll get it right next time. You think Rail would be playable in Jeskai Control? I think it's much worse than Teferi. I think when they printed Teferi, they should have taken the 5-mana Planeswalker mold and cracked it in half and thrown it away because they're not going to do better than Teferi. You're the greatest. You are the greatest, wife. How about Rail and Blue Moon? I feel like Rail and Blue Moon just like... Again, just like that archetype, its problems aren't needing more clunky 5-mana spells. Like, I don't think Ral slots into anything reasonably in Modern. I think Modern decks that would want that card, they struggle for reasons other than wanting a 5-drop. That's so rude, chat. This Tarmogoyf is bigger than our Lightning Bolt. I think we're just a bad aggro deck here, right? The trouble with Rail and Blue Moon is that you have to play Blue Moon with the real hot takes. Rail is not similar to Obnixilis. Obnixilis kills anything. Honestly, I'm probably just going to use Draconic Roar as another bolt to the dome here. Definitely. I think saying it's bad anything else is oversimplifying, but I think to say it's probably not particularly good is not a stretch. They know about this Glorybringer, so we'll reveal that one. Freedom! Outskilled! Yeah! Was it Skillstone? You know what the best part about other card games not having lands is? You never have to get Blood Moon while playing them. This is a prime example of why Blood Moon is a garbage card. It's very... When people talk about Blood Moon being good against decks like Tron, they don't get it. Blood Moon is annoying for a Tron deck. It's not good against them. What Blood Moon is good against is mid-range decks like Jund. Way to blank the Scrying Sheets, right? Land. 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 Oh no! Oh no! Chat! Chat, they took away my land, chat. I am so incredibly excited that instead of doing terrible types of some kind of new border, they instead just full-arted the Planeswalkers. It's so much better than, like, the Amonkhet. I'm glad they've learned from their mistakes with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterpieces. Dead to double bolt here. Dead to double bolt. Morning, Jat. Yeah, no border masterpieces are really elegant. I like how they finally got to, like, what if we just do the thing that people pay large amounts of money to have done to their cards anyways? Make border extensions. So, you're dead. Hopefully, we can just stay firmly in the mid-range bracket for the rest of this league. And just continue dumpstering decks like Jund. Or maybe burn. We want burn decks or mid-range decks. Alright, since we found a fourth match, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out while we wait for the next one. My name is Jeff Holgun. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do this because I love it, but my subscribers are the reason that I'm able to do this full-time as a job like I do. I'm here playing Magic, mostly Modern, 30+ hours a week. Past subscribing to my channel, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. BCW would love to help you protect your gaming products. They do sleeves. Guys, this is a new one. I need to get in my rhythm. They do sleeves, deck boxes, all sorts of great stuff there. And you can save 10% on your orders at bcwsupplies.com by using code Jeff10. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it using link bit.ly/Google Honey, you'll be supporting my content here at no cost to yourself. What Honey does is when you're shopping online, it takes a look at the stuff in your cart and searches automatically for coupon codes to save you money on things you're going to be buying anyways. Finally, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress by checking out links bit.ly/HugelBedUS and bit.ly/HugelBedCA. Hopefully, we can continue to remain in the mid-range bracket with our Skred Dragons deck here. We are 1-2 after losing to Ad Nauseum and 8-Rack. So we'll see if we can run off the last couple here. What is SCG-Con? So SCG-Con is the SCG Invitational. Because I top-8'd the Open in Indianapolis with the Blue-Red Tempo deck, I'm qualified to play in their last Invitational of the year. Shinda, thanks for checking out Honey. I appreciate the support. Sunko, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Casually putting some Just Kai thing in the queue. If it's already in there, bump it up. Will do, Sunko. Thanks for the support. So, the Uplift Desk Company, I tweeted about them over the weekend. So they are looking for people to promote their products, but they are explicitly not giving people any type of referral code or anything like that. So basically, they're just a bunch of freeloaders looking for people to promote their stuff for free. How do we donate to the SCG Fund? That's a great question. Any amount of bits you cheer or dollars you donate, just say for SCG Con in there, and they'll get added to the ticker there. So, look at that. I thought our Ratchet Bomb wasn't going to do anything. I don't know, Brecken. They didn't respond to me, which is fine. I wouldn't expect them to respond. No, it does not get to pick my deck. If you would like to send money to pick a deck for me to play, you're welcome to send money for me to play a deck on stream. Again, if I'm gonna spend, I want to see Jeff win an invitational, the Greater Oratog. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. If I'm gonna take, you know, 5 days out to go to the invitational and spend all that money on top of that, I want to give myself a chance to do well in the tournament, which involves. Can we not beat this one? We have Blood Moons, and part of me really hopes we lose to this deck, because this is another deck that gets hosed by Blood Moon, right? What will I play at the Invitational? So Standard's going to rotate before then, so I won't know what I'm playing in Standard until we get a new set of cards to work with. And for Modern, we'll test a bunch of different stuff on stream. So if we hit the invitational goal, just like, I'm not going to do like, I know some other people that stream and play tournaments, they're like very secretive when they're preparing for an event. If we hit that invitational goal, all of the testing I do for the invitational will be done on stream, and I'll probably post my deck list the day or two before once I know what they're going to be. Just like I did for Indianapolis. Are we double bolting my Thunderbreak Regent? Deal. If I tried putting any of the swords in the Wizards deck, yeah, I don't think the swords solve problems that the Blue-Red Wizards deck has. I also think, like, hey, D20 Bandit, thanks for checking out, honey. I also think that the correct way to approach the grindy matchups with the Blue-Red Wizards deck isn't to try and grind back, but just to try and kill them. I actually really like the current Jeskai thing, Lesunko. Oh, actually, one thing that Burgle had mentioned wanting to try that was originally one of Burgle's decks that he worked on is he wanted to try 2 copies of Chandra, Torch of Defiance in the main deck over the Bedlam Reveler. So maybe we'll try that next time on stream. I'm pretty happy with the main deck on the sideboard though. Like it's just a Xerox deck, right? So like it's got a lot of 4-ofs. Alright, so I get to cut these Angers and these Draconic Roars. Why isn't Dragon Claw just in our main deck, chat? At this point, I genuinely don't know why Dragon's Claw isn't just in our main deck. We've literally boarded it in almost every time. Just every time. Every time. Someone asked why would I recommend Moksha. The Moksha desktop is very customizable and lightweight. And you should try it, and if you like it, use it, and if you don't like it, don't use it. Don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of time to get to Mardu and other stuff today. The kids are off of school and Christy's off of work, so she's taking them out, so I'm gonna be able to stream later than the 3 o'clock I normally go to. Can you explain for the ignorant folks at home what a Xerox deck is? Yeah, we got a link. You got a link in chat there. There should be a link from the bot popping up under Sarah C's thing. Unless it already... They ramp into a Titan, how do we win? We don't. I would assume this matchup is bad for us. Standing desks are great in general. You are not wrong. Yes, the Uplift company specifically, as a company, are a bunch of idiots. Jackal Girl with the $10 donation. Mill back in the queue, 10 out of 10 will do. Thank you for the support as always. What Xerox deck are we talking about? Jeskai Thing Ascension. Someone asked for my recommendation for a Xerox deck in Modern. SCG Anner incoming. We are 1-2, but we're up a game in this match. Yeah, I have to do some more research. I don't like to advertise things that I haven't researched a lot and used personally most of the time. Navy Bird, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people doing a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. They brought in Stony Silence. Deal. Resolves. You got it. We did Ratchet Bomb them game 1, to be fair. They knew about the Dragon's Claw tech, chat. They knew they needed to shut down the claws. Alright, double Valakut. Yeah! Skill game. Hadouken. Alright. Alright, let's do it, chat. Let's get him. Oh no! Oh no! Chat, how do we beat a second Titan? It's so many Titans. Isn't it 10% effort, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will? Retro Gamer, thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right. All right. If we hit a land here, we could kill them next turn. We could. Are you feeling the 2-2 chat? Are you feeling the 2-2? 2-2s? It's been a great 2 months. ML Jesus, thank you for the re-upping and welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here for another month. Chandra is dead. Chandra was 4 mana, shock you, gain 6. So let's draw a land here. Survey says, oh man. Oh man. Our deck full of 5 mana spells never drew a 5th land. Womp womp womp. I know they have the Stony Silence technology, but I'm gonna leave the Ratchet Bombs in because I don't have anything better to board in. Grishelbrand had a rough morning. We went 1-3 with Grishelbrand. The roars are kinda burned. They're only burned if they have a creature out. Maybe that's better than Ratchet Bomb. Maybe. So they have white cards in their deck. And a lot of the white iterations of Titan Shift don't play Bloodbraid Elf because they fit into Nahiri in the 4 slot. Would you feel about a Voracious Dragon? I don't know what that card does. I don't know what the text box on that one says. So one of the things to keep in mind with Molten Rain in this matchup is that while Molten Rain does extra damage if you hit the player with it, Molten Rain can, or hit a non-basic land, Molten Rain can hit basics. So if we're able to Blood Moon our opponent, we can then Molten Rain them off of their basic land to potentially lock them out of the game. Just like do a Ponza impersonation, basically. You know the deck's bad when the EDH players start naming cards you've never heard of. Oh, Lord, it's funny because it's true. Alright, I think I'm gonna cash in. I'm gonna cash in a lightning bolt here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Molten Rain a basic forest here. Like, casting Blood Moon right now doesn't really accomplish anything. They're not gonna be triggering this Valakut anytime soon. Prismatic Omen, sure. Glorybringer. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Blood Moon this turn as opposed to the Glorybringer, because if my opponent has a ramp spell next turn, they could trigger these Valakuts, which would be bad for us. Meme Mondays are always equal parts funny. To set the bar incredibly low, we've already won as many matches today. Oh no! As we won in the entire stream last week, so we've got that going for us. Every Monday in Hoaglandia is Meme Monday. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. I think I actually want to keep my Thunderbreak. I think a 4/4 for 4 is better than our average draw. Oh gosh, Chad, are we gonna win a game? That's a big in. 1 mana short. This is 6, 7, 8. That requires 9 to play both of these. Welcome to Thunderdome, opponent. Population U. Watch this Glorybringer. He works out. He's gonna get exerted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Steve-O Bandito. Wait, do they not have Rex Sage? Are they not playing Reclamation Sage? Wait, they cast Summoner, so they're dead? No, they have this to pay, but like they're gonna die. No, they can pay for the pact, but like they're just gonna die to the dragons. Alright. Alright, well. We could run the 0-2 back into the 3-2 chat. Like I said, if this deck was on my website, it would go under fan favorites. This is the type of deck people like playing. And if you hit the right matchups, the deck's going to be reasonable and be competitive. If you don't hit the right matchups, you're going to be really sad. Every deck is a 3-2 deck is a meme on this channel for a reason. Hope everyone out there's having a great Monday. Welcome. Happy Labor Day in the United States. Hanging out, playing some Magic like we do almost every day of the week here. Playing some Modern. This deck, like all the decks that we're going to play today, is a viewer-submitted deck list. If you're interested in finding out how I can play your decks on stream, be sure to check out bit.ly/who-will-sell-out. I really appreciate how you make fun of the deck, but leave the players of the archetype out of the conversation. Yeah, definitely. And, like, Magic is a game, too. Like, as someone who's played garbage tier decks at real events, you know, more times than I can count, let's be honest. Magic is about more than just playing good decks, right? Like, if casting Skreds and Blood Moons and big dragons is your thing, you can play this deck and have a good time and, like, win plenty of matches of Magic with it. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing that makes card games fun is having a deck that you enjoy to play. And if this is what you enjoy, you should play it. Yeah, and Magic shouldn't be a grind. Magic's a game you should be playing for fun, which I feel like is something a lot of people miss. Like, I feel like TCG players get so focused on, like, getting value sometimes that, like, I hear people talk about EV more than I hear them talk about, you know, being excited to go play Magic. And, like, that's how you get burnt out. You get burnt out because you're just, like, not excited to show up. I think it's Death Shadow. In fact, I think I I think I want to play around, like, Blood Moon's, like, pretty okay here. I think I'm going to elect to play around Soft Stub, since I don't have a 4-drop to play next turn anyways. I'm just going to go ahead and, like, play Blood Moon with a 4th land on 4. Yeah, and Modern's a format where the power level of the format's, like, reasonably flat. So, like, even though a deck like this has a lot of bad matchups, there's plenty of matchups where it's, like, reasonable enough that you're going to be successful if you play well with it. Oh, this is play real big fish plus hold up soft stub. I don't know what the text on Necrotic Wound is, so I can't give you an opinion on it. Like, I literally play Magic as my job now. And even I don't play decks that I don't find fun. Like, it's a game, chat. You should have a good time while you do it. This matchup doesn't seem good. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it's not great. I wonder if I was supposed to Draconic Roar at end step there to hit them for 3. Sarah C, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Sorry, STG Con, I need my Bitter Blossom fixed. Nothing wrong with that. Happy to get that added. The STG Con meter is a manual process because the money people are sending in for donation decks, that is not going to STG Con. Those people are buying a service. They're not donating money to me. So, also, there isn't a counter that I'm aware of that exists that counts bits and donations individually, and bits and donations that people are earmarking for con are getting added to that meter. Alright, can we rip a land and kill them, please? I am, in fact, quite literally a stand-up guy. So, Roar kills them assuming they have nothing. So, I'm gonna go ahead and Skred this. Alright. Hoping they have nothing here. Maybe we get to steal this. So, commonplace username. I think my process in order to avoid things like chargebacks moving forward, at least for relevant amounts of money, is that anybody who hasn't been subscribed for a year or doesn't already have $100 or more worth of bits next to their name as an icon, I'm not going to take donations from those people greater than $50. So, like, that kind of minimizes my risk of getting a large amount charged back at some point in the future. Snap's trigger was literally on the stack. I had $100 worth of bits. No, I'm not going to take multiple amounts from them, Severil. Basically, if you want to donate more than $50 for something and you don't have an established present of contributing to the stream, I'm going to need you to make that donation as bits. Because bits I can't get charged back on, so I can't get burned on it, basically. So, new people can make larger donations, but they're going to need to do it as bits, and once they've sent it through bits, they can then send PayPal if they want to do another large donation. Basically, they've proved that they're willing to send money in a way that it's not going to burn me. Yeah, and like I said, anybody who's been here a year or has a large bit icon next to their name, y'all are great. You've been here and support me for a while, and you can send that however you want. It literally, the Streamlabs thing literally says chargebacks aren't applicable when you donate. Definitely not, Chris. It says they are non-refundable. Chargeback means that somebody sent money to pay for a deck and then they filed a dispute with their credit card company to take that money back. The Mardu Panza deck is basically the Reanimator control deck. That's coming up later today. It'll be 3 decks from now. Yeah, basically they scammed. How often does it actually happen? I've only had it happen once, but it feels like minimizing the ability for that to happen is probably worth my time. Correct. Yeah. In addition to losing the money from the donation that the person charged back, I also was charged a fee on top of that. And credit card companies are inclined to side with the person using the credit card because the person using the credit card is the one that makes the credit card company money. Hey, Jay Ray, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I think we're dead, chat. Well, to be fair, the person doing the chargeback doesn't get the $25 fee. The credit card company does, but still. I'm aware that there is an upcharge for bits. That's why I said only for extremely large donations. Because people are, generally speaking, are more likely to do chargebacks on larger ones. I could have, like, tried to fight over this, but we're not winning this game. Let's try and steal this last one on the play. And the same person, like I said, this is probably just one bad apple. The person that did a chargeback to me also sent money to Jim Davis and did a chargeback on him as well. Which really is weird. Like, I don't understand, like, how you can do multiple chargebacks like that and your credit card company doesn't realize that you're not just, like, BSing people. I mean, it's basically impossible to permanently ban people, right? Like, Twitch accounts are free. No, it wasn't a Stole Mom's credit card thing. They claimed fraud. That's not fraud. Also, they sent multiple donations, only charged back one of them. Just a friendly reminder to people in chat who want to be egotistical people. If you want to tell me I made a mistake, you need to be specific and constructive about that mistake. You need to say, you should do this or you shouldn't have do this because, and then explain yourself. Ghost Talker, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I think Bonfire of the Damned is reasonable in Jeskai control. Probably not. I'm not really sure like what issue that's solving for you. Is it Delve Threat? Alright, here's hoping we rip a third landing, get to cast Blood Moon and steal the game that way. You can get everything on Amazon is the answer to your question. If you don't think you can get it on Amazon, you haven't looked hard enough. Cannon Gear with the $30 donation. I have a need for speed. Put this towards black-white cards. Will do, will do, will do. Thank you for the support. All right. Well, we get to kill Tassifish here, and then maybe on the back of a design mistake, we can win this match. Fun fact. Do you know what the original intention of this card was when it was designed? This card was intended to enable Mountain Walk. You were supposed to, the original designer of this card envisioned you putting this card in your deck so your Mountain Walk creatures would be unblockable. And remember when Blood Moon was designed, it was 1995, 94. No, it was the Dark, right? The Dark was 95. The world was different. The world was different. Where are my Mountain Walk creatures, right? Yeah. If this had been templated like spreadings, or like this had been templated like lands or mountains in addition to their other types, that would have been so much better. Waiting on a 5th land. Thankfully, our deck has Blood Moon, so it doesn't matter when we draw it. It's great with Goblin King. Ah! Got him. All right, so we ran the 0-2 back into the 3-2. Just a reminder that anything can do well in Modern. You know, we joke that every deck's a 3-2 deck on this stream because, well, most of them are. This deck list, card for card, won an 8-round SCG Classic. If you dream big and hit your right matchups and play well, you're gonna do well with anything in this format. You can do basically whatever you want. Yeah, I don't know that I have any specific feedback. I guess I do have specific feedback, actually. These Dragon's Claws are absurdly narrow. I think if I was going to play this archetype and I wanted to try and make it more competitive, I think not having access to Relic and possibly Damping Sphere is probably a mistake. Classics are, the number of rounds is based on the number of attendees. So classics generally range from 7 to 9 rounds, depending on how many people show up. So I think that would be my thought. My primary thought on this archetype is I would want some relics or some Damping Spheres. It is in fact, anything is possible on this stream. I just want everybody out there to remember